So, welcome to Time to Rest. The videos in the next few days are literally just going to be very soft introductions to movement, which can help us relax and relieve tension at the end of the day. There is no necessity for this to be done right before you go to bed, although you might find it helpful. It might just also be helpful to do as a practice, just so that the body kind of has the habit of learning to let go. Okay, so they're just going to be short little practices. You can stay in the pose, explore the pose as many times as you want after the video is finished. Today, the only prop we're going to need is a chair, so hopefully that should be easy enough to find, and come and find a comfortable seat. So once you are sitting on your chair, my recommendation is to slide forward so that you have both feet resting comfortably on the floor. I would highly recommend, I'm just doing this with socks, but I would certainly recommend doing it without shoes so that the full surface of the foot can feel the ground. And all you're going to do to start is maybe just for a second, if it feels comfortable, to close your eyes. And in any event, just to sort of become aware. Where am I feeling tension? How amped up am I? So maybe you've just had a very difficult call with your boss, or maybe you've had a really nice call with an old friend that you haven't spoken to in a while, and that'll leave a different feeling in your body. And so you can just notice, what is the feeling that is present in your body right now? And in some ways, learning how to relax might actually just start in learning how to notice what is there. And noticing what is there might also mean noticing your breath. And we're going to keep an eye on the breath as we move through this very simple forward fold. So what you're going to do is rest your hands on your hips, on your thighs. You're going to slowly bring your chin into your chest. And you're going to slowly slide the arms down your legs as you try and move the entire length of the spine and each individual vertebra, as if you're rolling it on itself all the way down. Go to wherever it feels comfortable. You might notice tension in your back, you might notice resistance, and then just slowly roll back up. And you're going to do that a few times. So I'll do it with you the first few times, and then I'm going to leave you in the pose, and I'm going to come and sit up again, just so you can maybe hear me a little bit better. So again, you're going to bring the chin into the chest, slowly release through the back of the body, slowly release the shoulders. Maybe you want to shake your head, no. The arms can float towards the floor. If at any point you notice that it gets uncomfortable and the chest isn't resting on the thighs, you can get a large pillow so that you can fully rest in the position wherever the body no longer moves forward. And again, to stay there for a few breaths, and then slowly roll all the way back up. The next few times, what I'd like for you to do is just notice as you roll down. So let's do it again together. As you roll down, can you notice if your body is inhaling or exhaling, or when it's inhaling and when it's exhaling, or if and when you are ever holding your breath? And as you come back up again, can you notice when the body's inhaling, when the body's exhaling, if or when the body is holding its breath? And we're going to do this one more time, and this time I'm going to allow you to come into the pose in your own time. Of course, you can choose to come out of the pose at any time you want to, whether I've invited you to or not. And what I'd like you to do once you're in the pose, so bring the chin to the chest, slowly roll back down, find whatever your comfort is in this pose. And with that gaze on your breath, once you are in the pose, can you imagine the back of the body like a large parachute, like a large hot air balloon? And as you inhale, can you expand the back even more? And as you exhale, can you allow everything to slightly come back into center? The breath can be as long or short as feels comfortable to you. Just this idea that as you inhale, the back is getting bigger, more dome-shaped, higher, and that as you exhale, like a balloon deflating, slowly everything sinks back to its place, or to its starting place. You can just do that one or two more times, following the rhythm of your own breath. Again, maybe you're still in the pose, maybe you've chosen to come out of the pose, maybe you're slowly rolling out of the pose now. And when you come to find the seated position that we started in, can you once again just observe? What am I feeling in my body? What am I feeling in my breath? And because we are talking about rest and relaxation, if you're putting how you felt before on a scale relative to how you feel now, do you now feel a little bit more relaxed? Maybe a little bit closer to the idea that you could eventually get to a place where you might rest. Maybe the answer is no, maybe the answer is yes, maybe the answer is I don't know. That's all fine, particularly if it's the first time you're doing this type of movement. The novelty, maybe the stretching in the body. I have no real expectation for what the end result might be, but that the investigation and the curiosity and the listening to the body will in itself be a skill that will serve you. I hope you have a lovely evening.